Hello, welcome back to the One Marine YouTube channel, and today we've got one of our favourites, this lovely Targa 47. Now we've been lucky enough to sell quite a few Targa 47s over the years, and this is a really good example. She's really shiny, really clean. Come on this video, we're going to show you the whole boat, including the engine room, so keep watching and we'll show you why this particular boat is so nice, so come with me. Right, let's start up here on the bow. So we did have some lovely sunshine a minute ago. We're down at One Marine and on Dart. There's those tower cranes we showed you the other day. But we lost the sun for a minute, so you have to forgive me. But whilst we had the sun out, we put out these lovely sun pad cushions. So you've got this lovely Fairline striped sun pad, which is a really good size up here on the bow. I don't know if you can make it out on the video, but this boat, as I mentioned in the intro, is a super shiny. It's super good condition. It's really nicely presented. So up on the bow itself, we've got, obviously, as I mentioned, the sun pad cushions. We've also got the anchor locker. So I just lifted the anchor locker for you. You can see even in there, we've done no prep work. It's all nice and clean. You can see the chain in there. It looks like the chain is also marked, but it's all beautifully clean. You've got an anchor down there. And then we've also got teak side decks on this boat. So it's always really nice to have teak side decks. They certainly give that real premium quality feel. You can see the windscreens here, so it's all in good condition. The windscreen wipers, even themselves, they look in good order. And we've operated the roof, all operated faultlessly this morning, no issue at all. And you can see again, as of that anchor locker, it all looks nice and clean and tidy. And that sheen is even on the roof. I think this one's looked after by Southwest Marine Sales and Service. I'm pretty sure she is. So she's lovely and shiny. You can see on that coaming there, really nice condition. And the windows, etc., like I say, all nicely presented. You can see she's got a Raymarine radar up there. We'll go look at the dash in a minute, but she's got Raymarine radar, got Raymarine GPS receiver up there as well. And then you've got your nav lights and your twin whip aerials, one for the VHF and one for the FM radio. So I'll carry on walking down these teak side decks. We've done some photos. If you go onto our website, you'll be able to see a full spec. Whilst we're down on the transom, let's look at the stern here, look at the transom, look at the garage door. Now, I quite like the name of this boat, Fidget. It's quite a cool name, and that's really nicely done in this backlit system. Nathan in a minute is just going to pop the garage for us to show us the Williams jet rig that's inside the garage. So keep watching this video, we'll show you that in a minute. And then on the starboard side, you've got this service door which goes into the engine room. So we'll show you that in a second as well. We've got that cover taken off. You can see there on the starboard side, you've got the teak deck still. And I think whilst I'm down here, I'll just give you a quick look around the outside of the boat. Quite a lot of tide running here this afternoon down at North. Tide's going out. But again, you can see we've just rocked up here today. We haven't done any special preparation, but you can see she presents very nicely indeed. So let's go and have a look in the cockpit and let's see what she's like in there. One of the reasons these 47s are so popular is the cockpit space. Now, if you're looking at Targa 47s, no doubt you're looking at V48s, Portofino 47s, and this as well. Slip my boots off. Why would you buy a 47 over one of the other two? Now, as you know, I'm a bit of a Sunseeker fan, but I have to say the Targa 47 in this size sector really does work well. Now, this is probably the newest design at those three boats I just mentioned, the 47 Sunseeker and the V48 Princess. Now, as a result of that, I think you get the best cockpit layouts. You get this lovely wraparound seating section group here as well. You can see this is all finished in a cream upholstery, which looks really nice. The teak in here is original. It's all in really good condition. It's very smooth. You can see you've got the Fairline blue lighting here. I like little features like that. Stern door there. Nicely located, out complete out of the way. You've got manual bilge pumps here. You've got a 240 volt 3-pin socket there and an aerial receiver. So if you wanted to put a television up here in the evenings, you could. Talking of wet bar, you've got a nice wood on the top there. Lift that up, feels very quality. When you lift those lids up, you've got the electric griddle in there, hot and cold sink. And then here, you've got another self-draining locker. So if you're serving, I can imagine if you're serving lunch, you could have some wine in there, maybe on ice. That would be really smart. And then you've got a fridge down here with a few of the essential beers. You've got an ice maker tucked in there as well. So it's a really well-equipped wet bar, and I like these features on here, such as that wood. It just really makes this area feel premium. In the cockpit itself, you've got a nicely positioned storage there, so you could easily put a life raft in there. You can see on this one we've got covers. And then underneath the floor, as well as that starboard side access to the engine room, which we'll show you in a minute, you've also got this this lift up in the cockpit here. I might not be able to do this single-handed, but if I lift this up, watch the table, you've actually got direct access right on top of the engines. So this boat's got the D9 500s. You can see there, nice LED lighting in there. But that's a really nice additional access space, especially for the strainers. You can see you've got your water strainers in there. and your seacock. So that's a really nice, easy access to jump in there. But if you don't want to use this section, you do want to use that aft door, you don't have to disturb any of your guests then in the cockpit. Move up again in the cockpit itself, you've got this wraparound seating section on the port side. Lovely if you're underway, making passage, so you can have people sat there. The roof, as I mentioned earlier on, opened effortlessly. So I'll just push that forward. You can see it's sliding shut there, and once that's shut, it's a solid roof on these, which again is really nice, better than other boats in its class. You can see the sheen on that as well as it's coming down. But if I just close that, once that's shut, you are then fully enclosed in this cockpit, meaning you are able to cruise without any issue of getting splashed with waves. The helm itself, one of my favourites, you know, the E120, super easy to use. Really good system. You can see there, we're zooming in, we're not on dart. Got full engine instrumentation, so we've got tachos, obviously fuel gauge, oil pressures, voltage, that type of thing. And then we've got starboard side, we've got the engine controls down here as well. Marine via DSC radio, and I have to say the helm seat's very comfortable, got good visibility forward. You've got a split screen with that centre mullion there, nice styling on that. And then I've got just a simply operated manual window, starboard side, and on the port side as well. So if you are talking to your crew, super easy to use. You can see we've got some updates on here. So this boat looks like it's got a pretty awesome stereo system. I'll see if I can get that going for you in a minute. And then you've got practical things up at the helms. You've got storage, compass, sensible. Client's got his own binoculars there, which is nice to see, very sensible. But all in all, I have to say this is a nicely presented area. The teak, I have to say, is in really good condition for its age, and I like things like the Fairline detailing there on that helm seat. I mentioned that awesome stereo system. You can see the sub there, which has got that light in, which looks very cool indeed. The boat has got Ebersparker, so if you've spotted the eagle eyes amongst you, might have spotted these Ebersparker outlets. So you've got an Ebersparker system, and the controller for that is actually based down here at the helm. I might actually be two, so forgive me, keep watching, let's see if there's two. So coming down in the saloon, and this is another area where the Targa 47s really do work well. So what's nice in the saloon is there's just a lot of head height. So as soon as you come down here, you've got lots of head height, nice easy stairs down into this area itself. And then you've got things like, I like this handhold. So that's a really sensible thing to have on these. The Fairlines were good at that. You know, you've got that up there. If you're underweight, something to grab onto as you're coming down to grab a coffee or a tea or check everything's okay down here. Up on the dash, on the control centre here itself, you can see you've got the power usage. You can see we've got 240 volts coming in. Sorry, no, we haven't. We've got 24 volts there, so 23.6. 240, we actually haven't showing on there, I think, in a minute. I'll have to check that. It might be the gauge that's not working. We are showing the orange light there on the domestic side, so we probably are drawing that in. We've also got the generator start-stop here, and you can see here you've got the outline of the boat, and you can see if any bilge pumps are running on there. So typical Fairline, really nicely done. In the saloon itself, you've got more storage, you've got some glasses in there. There are two Ebersparkers indeed on this boat, so you've got an additional Ebersparker control unit down there and another 3-pin socket. Portholes are square, which look good, letting lots of natural light in. Those fly screens on those, so you are letting lots of natural light into these. Up here, you've got some more glasses, little finger pulls in there, some wine glasses. So got the oak, so it's a later Targa 47. A lot of the earlier boats had the dartwood. The oak actually is aged really nicely, and it feels really nicely kept inside here. You've got a huge fridge, and then this is another really sensible part of the Targa 47. So in its class, this is by far the biggest fridge, and that just makes extended time on board that bit easier to deal with. The galley itself, as with the main saloon, got plenty of head height, got two portholes there looking out, twin sink arrangement. So you can see here we've got a board on top of there, and then we've got a sink in there as well. And this boat's got the electric oven, so that's quite an impressive oven to see on this size of boat. So that's a sort of a mini combination electric oven there, all in good condition. And then you've got your cutlery drawer there with your ignition keys. Coming now forward into the master cabin. So this is a forward cabin master with a twin car cabin aft. Again, nicely presented. The oak really does work well in here. Got a walk-in, you've got an opening full height wardrobe there. And then on the port side, you've got ensuite access to this cabin. So you can see here, ensuite, again, I keep mentioning the head height, and you just notice it when you're on this boat. There's just lots of head height here. Again, all presented nicely. We haven't hidden anything on this boat. This is as we're finding it. You've got storage here all around the back at top of the bed there, as well as that wardrobe. The carpet itself is in good condition. You've got this runner here in the middle helping to protect the carpet. A couple of steps down now into this stern cabin, and this is another important thing to mention. Walking into here, you've got lots of space carried forward, lots of head height, so it's very easy to get into this cabin. And to get into those beds, I can quite comfortably walk up there. Now, if you're looking at these boats in this sector, you will know that this is the best in class for this size. You've got 2 more portholes up there with a blind, and then you've got lots of lighting in here as well, so it feels nice and bright. This is also an ensuite cabin, so you've got a full walk around, pull around shower there as well, with storage above in those mirrored cabinets, and obviously a sink. If I just shut that door, you've got a couple of drawers there, and good size wardrobe there with some additional cushions. Fairline, typical Fairline, you've got some storage here in the floor, completely empty, but if you are again on board for longer periods of time, that's nice to have. Television wise, we've got the Fusion stereo here, which I mentioned. We're not connected to anything at the moment. I think if I can get us onto any other source, we've got some CD, I haven't seen those for a while, CD storage, and then we've also got a television up there as well. I've just heard Nathan opening the garage. If I just bring you back up into the cockpit, just take you back through. If we look now, you'll see Nathan's opened the garage, which is all done hydraulically, and in here we've got a Williams. So we've got a Turbojet in there, Williams, with a Fairline badge, looks quite smart, and then you've got launch recovery system here. So this is all done via a winch, and you can see there you've got the backlit sign, the gubbins up there, so the electronics behind that. But for this size of boat, to have a Williams jet rib on is very nice indeed. Just step down here, hitting my head. And now Nathan's also kindly opened this starboard side access to the engine room. So I promised at the start of this video I would take you in for a little look in the engine room. So I'll carefully do that whilst I'm holding the camera. LED lighting here, which is really good to see. And Fairline, it's a very tidy engine space. So you've got generator located here aft underneath the garage, keeping that weight back. And then you've got the twin engines there. First impressions, it all looks very neat and tidy. You've got a battery charger here. We've got what have we got here? I'm not quite sure what that is up there. Trend Marine, sunroof control box, that's what that is there. But it's all very nicely laid out. That just looks like your amp for your stereo system, Fusion. That's pretty meaty up there. If I just take you back under here in a bit more space, getting old. Port side there, you've got the hot water tank, but it all feels very dry in here. Just looking around, obviously I can smell things. It smells very dry. Engines all look in very good condition. The lighting in here is great as well. Got a fire extinguisher system there. And what's nice here, I can get all the way back to the stern gear there. I can get all the way back to the rudder stocks at the back. Impressive access, to be fair. And then, like I say, you've got a generator located there. Batteries are in this box here, I believe, underneath the stairs. Oh, I'll just try and get my way up. You can see it's useful for storage here as well. So you've got some additional big fenders in here, some kit, some fishing rods, and additional RCDs there as well. So if I just take you back up through this space, again trying to do this all single-handed without hurting myself. Let's take you back onto the pontoon now. But I think that gives you a pretty good overall view of this very, very clean and tidy Targa 47. She's available for sale. She's down here at Nos Marine and Nos on Dart. We'd love to hear more from you to answer any questions you might have on this boat. Come and have a look. She's down here. Let's come and see us. Come and see our new office down here. So thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe to our channel. We really do appreciate all those latest subscribers. Watch some of our latest content. We are trying for you. Give us a comment, give us a thumbs up, give us a like, and definitely subscribe. So thank you very much for watching, and we look forward to speaking to you soon and showing you more about this Targa 47.